What's next for Daniel Dubois? Like, share, subscribe, comment your thoughts below. Obviously, we're still going and suffering from the fallout from the AJ Dubois fight. And, you know, it was a great night of fights. You know, it had some drama here and there, some upsets on the card as well, some almost corruption on the card, and some very exciting stoppages. But the big question is, what's happening with the heavyweight division after the main event? What is next for our IBF champion, Daniel Dubois? Now, I feel like he's got some good options on the table. You know, he can either defend his belt against one of the the other heavyweights who are on a bit of a good run. I think the biggest name that's been thrown around is Joseph Parker, which I do like the idea of that fight. I might be backing Dubois in that fight as well. But we'll see. Joseph Parker is a good option. I know that Martin Bakole wants to get himself up there and his name up there, but I don't think he's quite at that level just yet. I think he needs just one more good win under his name. Not that he's at that level talent-wise. I think he definitely is up there, but I just feel like he needs to get another win under his name in order to then go and fight for the IBF. Or Alexander Usyk, or the winner of Usyk Fury. So I don't think Frank will ever make the Fury fight. I think Frank will be very, very against making Dubois versus Fury, especially after what he just did to AJ. I think he's not going to want Dubois to knock out his other, or his actual like golden goose in Fury. So I feel like, you know, I mean, I think Usyk will win, and I feel like the Usyk rematch will be on the cards. Now, Pete, someone did ask me, who would you be backing if Dubois was to fight Usyk again? And while it's very, very hard to doubt Dubois right now, he is on fire. When you watch that fight back with AJ, it was a combination between Dubois being really good and AJ being really bad. Dubois was still making some of the same mistakes that he used to make, but he did look a lot stronger physically than he usually is. He looked a little bit more determined and was pushing forward a lot more aggressively than he was even in the Miller fight and even in the Hergich fight, and definitely more aggressive than he was in the Usyk fight. Now, with that Usyk fight, we know that Dubois was getting thoroughly outboxed, and obviously he got stopped or he quit. So I feel like the biggest challenge for him with the Usyk fight was the mental challenge. It wasn't necessarily a physical challenge. I think he will still get outboxed, but if Dubois is, which it kind of appears to be, a little bit mentally stronger and a little bit more determined, can he get to Usyk? Yeah, that's just a question I want to leave up there. I personally, I still back Usyk, but the big kind of caveat is that Usyk is slowing down. He is slowing down a lot. Now, leading up to this fight, I did a little bit of a breakdown on the AJ versus Usyk fight and the Dubois versus Usyk fight. And the difference in speed of Usyk's footwork, his hand speed, everything, it's very vast. Usyk has slowed down a lot when he fought Dubois, and slowed down even more when he fought Fury. Now, a big part of it is that I don't think he respected the power as much, but I think watching that AJ knockout, he's going to have to start thinking about it a little bit more. But I do feel like his legs are slowing down slightly. He's an older guy. He's had a long amateur career, and it might be catching up with him. So I think that works a little bit more in Dubois' favor. But I do hope that that is the fight for Daniel Dubois. I hope that Usyk wins. I do feel Usyk is going to win. And then I hope we see Usyk versus Dubois in the rematch. I think that would be a real kind of Cinderella story for Dubois, to have all of these kind of things against him. And yes, he was a quitter. I heard someone on a video, I can't remember who it was, arguing like, you know, how can, look, they called him a quitter, and I look at him. He did quit. He quit in those fights. But yes, now look at him. It's a good redemption story. You know, it shows that the mental fortitude has been built. So we shouldn't look at that quit stuff as like, it's not going to keep on his name forever. Yes, it happened, and now he's moving on, and he's showing this is how I move on by becoming heavyweight champion of the world, and maybe even undisputed. Wow, never thought I'd say that. What do you think is next for Daniel Dubois? Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe. See you soon. Peace.